Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be sharing eyeshadows. This is going to be a longer video, so buckle up, grab a snack, and let's get started. Eyeshadow pencils. This one's from Ione and it is their Fat Chubby Stick and Alabaster Gold. Next I have these from The Balm and they are called Batter Up. I love this one. It's beautiful green. And this plummy one, the first one was a champagne shade. And I have this one from the e.l.f. Mint Melt collection. It's a nice minty shade. So pretty. And then from Physicians Formula, I have the Diamond Metallic Cream Eyeshadow. And the packaging on this is stunning, but you can see it's like a duochrome, so green blue. Ooh, this one's so beautiful. I have this cream eyeshadow from AOE Studio and it's called Betrothed. So pretty. Single eyeshadows. I have Sally Girl's eyeshadow in Gunmetal. These are the ones that I keep in my drawer to use on the regular basis. So Sinful Colors Shade Boss eyeshadow in Proud. LA Colors Iced Pigment Powders. Foiled. This one's a silver. These are so beautiful wet. I also have that in Glowing, which is like a bronze golden shade. And the last one is Twinkle, and it's a teal shade. Also I want to note the background noise. Yeah, this is the only day that I have to film this, and with some really bad storms, the neighbors next door cleaning up or doing something over there making a lot of noise. So it is what it is, and I have to film this today. Moving on with singles, I have a ton of Spectrum Cosmetics, and I'm not going to go through these individually. There is almost 100 of these eyeshadows. So there is just lots and lots of shades. They're gorgeous, beautiful, tons of different eyeshadows from Spectrum Cosmetics. And then I also have this container here full of Spectrum Cosmetics. This is one of my favorite ones. Lots of Spectrum Cosmetics, and this bin here, lots. These are awesome. Her stuff is amazing. She is still up and running her business on Etsy under Spectrum Cosmetics, so definitely check her out. These eyeshadows, like I said, are amazing. Duo eyeshadows, I only have a couple, but from LA Colors I have this Twin Flame. So pretty. And I have these Inglot eyeshadows. These are stunning. Up next is Trios, and these are all from AOA Studio. There's Southern Charm line. This one's in Quaint. I love this one. It's in Honeysuckle. It's like the perfect sunflower eye look. This one is stunning as well. Sweet Tea. I love the names. I love the theme of this one so very much. This one's called Porch Swing because I live in a southern state. So this is just right up my alley. I love these. Quads. From LA Colors, I have this Bubble Tea eyeshadow palette in Ube Shimmer. Stunning purple palette. This eyeshadow palette here, and it's called Away We Go. And from e.l.f. in their Mint Melt collection, I have Chocolate Mint. This one is a really pretty palette too. Now moving on to the slightly bigger palettes. These are 5 and above. And most of these aren't going to be in any particular order either. I'm just going to pull them and share them. So from Natasha Denona, I have this Mini Nude palette. The shades are stunningly gorgeous and incredibly pigmented. I have the She Glam Marilyn Monroe eyeshadow palette. And this also is kind of like a face palette. This has 4 shadows in it, a blush, highlighter, and a face powder. And these products are so beautifully detailed. Love it. Then from BH Cosmetics, I have the May Emerald palette. This Birthstone palette is the only one that I own, and it's actually my birthstone. I love this palette. I've used this a lot. And I feel like a lot of my eyeshadows don't look like they've barely been used, but honestly, I abuse most of my palettes. I try to keep them clean. Also from She Glam, I have the Spontaneous Sagittarius palette, so another Zodiac palette. This is a purple color story. Look at that beautiful glitter. It's absolutely stunning. I love purples. Wet n Wild, In Love with Cocoa. This smells of chocolate. It's so pretty, and I won this in a giveaway. Thank you, Kay. I also have this Physicians Formula, the Rosé All Play. This is a beautiful color story as well. And these shades here are so beautiful. I have some CoverGirl like True Naked palettes. This one is the That's a Rad. This one is so pretty. This one's Jules. Also super pretty. These palettes are so pretty, super pigmented actually. And this one's called Nudes. This is one of my favorites. Use this one a lot. I love that one. Next up I have a few NYX palettes. This is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. This is their Brights. This is a good companion palette. I like to use this when I'm using brighter colors, and these help to blend out those shades, soften the look. Such a neat little palette. And then this Ultimate Shadow Palette in Festival. These cute palm trees. Very fun color story. My favorite of the bunch, I believe this one's called Ultimate Utopia. And I really wanted the large palette of this Utopia. But then I saw this small one in the store at my Walmart. So I grabbed this one. I really like this one. That green is phenomenal. Like if you love green shades, I definitely recommend getting your hands on this palette for that shade alone. This one's really like a golden olivey shade too. And I've done a complete look with the green and the purple in this palette. It's so beautiful. LA Colors What's the Tea Matcha Mix palette. Once again, if you really like green shades, you'll probably really like this palette. It's really pretty and it's a pretty unique color story. I have these Jaclyn Hill Morphe palettes, and I have Ring the Alarm. These were gifts from my sister. I have Armed and Gorgeous. This one is so beautiful for fall. Beautiful green. And I have Dark Magic. Another super beautiful color story, especially for fall and winter. I love this one from She Glam. The packaging is super cute. It is a little hard to store, but I love this one. It's their Alien Mood palette from their Cosmic Come Up collection. And you like that. And this is a stunning palette. I absolutely love everything about this palette. I've done several looks using this palette as well. The She Glam Rick and Morty eyeshadow palette. I have actually never seen even one episode of this television show, but I just love the color story of this. I just thought it was really beautiful, kind of unique. All these pops of colors, and I've done a few looks with this, and I love the looks that I've come up with using it. It's totally worth picking up. Also from She Glam. Now, I love She Glam. Like, look at this cute packaging. Their eyeshadows are pretty amazing. This is their Live to Roam palette. Stunning neutral palette. This is from Shein, and I just like cut the box up, but it's this Pop Fill eyeshadow palette because it had no other labeling on it. And basically you get like 3 layers of eyeshadows. Woohoo! So, really pretty color stories. It's not like the greatest formula, but if you're on a budget or just trying to create some looks and play with some color and things like that, it would be a good little palette. Also from She Glam, I have the Rhapsody palette. These are so pretty. I only like the pastels are pretty and nice, but I mainly got this for these shades here. They're stunningly gorgeous. From BH Cosmetics, I have the Paris palette. Once again, the color story is absolutely stunning. The looks I've created with this, I'm very pleased with. The Blueberry Muffin palette. Look how gorgeous the packaging is on this one too. A cool toned color story for the most part, except for a couple of these brown shades, and one of them literally applies like a purple reddish shade. It's so pretty. But this is a stunning color story. I have some more LA Colors palettes. So this nude palette in Vogue. Such a beautiful palette. LA Colors nude palette. This is from Dollar General a few years ago, Christmas. I love this color story. That shade is so beautiful, and so is that one. This is LA Colors Glam, Cool Glam palette. These are stunning. I've created a lot of beautiful looks using this cool toned palette. Also have this LA Colors Blue Lagoon palette. I found this at Five Below. They may still have these. Again, stunning. Stunning green shade. And those pretty taupey colors in there. You can't go wrong with it. And this one is called Sunset Crush. Super beautiful color stories. These are really nice palettes. I picked this palette up at the Dollar Tree, and it is the Love, Peace, and Groovy palette. Super bright and fun. Once again, I have a couple looks on my channel using this. So pretty. And for $1.25, you can't beat it. And then I also have this Melt Gemini. This color story, ooh, stunning. I love the embossing of the shadows. Stunningly gorgeous. And yes, I got this palette, or wanted this palette, for these green shades here. But there's a lot of pretty shades in this palette. Lots. But I love the green ones the most. the last ones I have in my drawer are ColourPop eyeshadows. And I have the Star Wars Mandalorian. This is the Child palette. Once again, stunningly gorgeous green color story for the most part. Absolutely love this. And I love Baby Yoda or Grogu. Baby Got Peach. And these were gifted to me from a longtime friend here on YouTube. Thank you, Stephanie. Orange You Glad. These color stories are so pretty. Once again, I've come up with so many beautiful looks using these palettes. Strawberry Shake. The ColourPop and Biddy palette. Oh, these are so pretty. I love the glitters. Lilac You a Lot. So beautiful. These purpley shimmery shades are everything. And of course, Just My Luck. Oh, green, green, green. If you love green, definitely pick this one up. It's so stunningly beautiful. One of my favorites ColourPop purchases as well is the Wild Nothing palette, and this is good for everyday wear. I love this one. Then I also really love this one for that same thing as well. It's the It's a Mood palette. The color story is very, very stunning, very fall. There you go, you can see it all there. So beautiful. This one is so stunning. I'm always dipping in this purple row here. I love the teal row, the greens over there. And this is one of my most used ColourPop palettes as well. For just, I'm like, well, I don't really know what to wear, so I pull out Wild Nothing or It's a Mood. And two others I'll share with you later that I pull out quite often now too. But we haven't made it to that bin yet. And I have the Fade into Hue ColourPop palette, which, ooh, beautiful rainbowiness. Absolutely stunning. I've done a few looks on my channel as well. So most of these brands have their own playlist on my channel as well. So if you're interested, but absolutely stunning. My most used row is the purple row. Big shocker. I wear green and purple and basic neutral kind of makeup most. From Wet n Wild, I have the Nautical Nonsense palette. Just, we love SpongeBob in this house, and the packaging alone, oh, it's absolutely stunning. The beautiful shades in this palette. I love the embossing. There's like a Krabby Patty and some like kelp and some of those like little flowers that are in the sky. There's a jellyfish too, but it's almost worn off. There's a jellyfish in that one too, but it's almost worn completely down. I love this one. So pretty. Then e.l.f. Electric Mood. This is a Tiana Major 9 collab. This is a really pretty color story. I'll be honest though, some of the shades were a bit disappointing and didn't want to perform. But absolutely stunning. I wish they would do more palettes in this style. This is by far my favorite e.l.f. Collection that's ever come out. It's the Retro Paradise palette. This is absolutely stunning color story to me. I love that I can do a neutral kind of everyday look with lots of different pops of color. This is another one that I will reach for in my collection, that if I want to put makeup on, I'm not like filming, I'm just going out. In general, I want to wear makeup, like this is another palette I would pull. I absolutely love this shade here. And the Sandy Bum shade in the crease, I love that shade. You can see that one's been dearly loved as well. I love this palette. I love that palette so much, I'm never going to get rid of that. I'll probably use it until it's gone. Another BH Cosmetics is Take Me to Ibiza. Really fun color story, fun packaging as well. Get a lot of big shades down here. Lots of colorful shades. Real pretty. The BH Cosmetics Daisy Marquez palette. This is one of my favorites. Look how cute the packaging is. Eyeshadow palettes that BH Cosmetics also has released. This is so pretty of a color story. I've done a lot of looks with this, and it has a little slot here, and you can take and put the top piece that came off. It's a mirror in here, and it holds the mirror in place for you to do your makeup. I like that concept, but I love this color story, and this is another palette I gravitate towards in my collection and will not be decluttering or anything anytime soon. Like, I love this color story. So pretty. I've come up with so many beautiful looks. I had done a true crime look, the Grizzly Man story. Yeah, it was like a beautiful Skittle kind of look, rainbowy beautifulness. BH Cosmetics Naughty eyeshadow palette. This color story, it's again super beautiful. I love it. One of the main reasons why I keep this in my collection, it's an odor palette, but I love this Sugar Plum shade here and this beautiful green shade. There's a whole other row you can't even see, I just realized. But super beautiful eyeshadow palette though. The color story is stunning. The Beauty Glazed Reversal Planet palette. My husband bought this for me as a birthday gift, and I love this color story. So pretty. It's the only beauty glazed products that I own. I do enjoy this palette. It's very pretty. It's a pretty beautiful glitter. It's got some really unique green shades in it, and when I look at this palette, my eyes just immediately gravitate towards this little quad here. From Morphe, I have the Jeffree Star palette, and no, I don't watch him, I don't support him or anything like that. I just purely liked the color story of this palette. So I keep it around because I really do still enjoy this color story. I love the greens in the palette. Like, this whole area here is just so stunning. I love it for that. That's why I keep it around. From Morphe, also I have the 35M palette, which is the Boss Mood palette. This is absolutely stunning color story. Can you imagine why I'm keeping this palette still? All the greens and these stunning purple shades down here. So beautiful. Also from Morphe, I have the 35i Icy Fantasy palette. This one sold out super quickly. It did not hang around for very long at all, but it's got this beautiful pastel-y color story. It's got these amazing toppers in there, and they are stunningly gorgeous. This palette is so beautiful. I still use it. The shades are phenomenal. Now, I already know that I'm not going to be able to fit these next two palettes in the frame, but I use this one so very much on my channel that you've seen it enough, or if you own it, you know. But it's the Wet n Wild Wild Heart eyeshadow palette. I literally have over 40 looks on my channel alone using this palette. It's a very large oblong kind of palette. It almost fits completely in the frame. You can actually see all the shades. But that's the color story. Super beautiful. Recently hit pan on that shade there. And yeah, I'm going to continue to do looks and just continue to work on with this palette here. And then this is the Wet n Wild. This is their like mega like 40 pan palette. This is not going to fit in frame, but this is like a dupe apparently for the Morphe James Charles palette. There's a good glimpse of like what the top looks like. And there's the bottom. This is a really bright palette. This Wet n Wild palette also prompted me to get rid of a ton of my Wet n Wild little small palettes, because that one had shades in it that were so similar and I don't need all of it, so I kept the big 40 pan palette instead. The brand Beauty Bay. These palettes are amazing. This one's called Dark Fantasy. Look at that gorgeous dark, like Halloween-y vibes, color story. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I have the New Mood palette. All these color stories are so pretty. They come out with some amazing eyeshadow palettes. The quality of the eyeshadows, if you've not tried Beauty Bay, like, run to Beauty Bay website, honestly. Like, you need to try these if you love eyeshadows. If you're an eyeshadow connoisseur like me, you definitely need to try Beauty Bay. Retro Love. Now, I will say, all the palettes that I'm showing now are not available anymore. The last two I'm sharing are available, but this is Retro Love. And this also, beautiful minty teals, like this beautiful coral shade here. Stunning. Stunningly gorgeous. The purple shade there, beautiful. I have the Jade palette. Now, these are a bit larger. Might be hard to share the entire color story, but this one is really pretty. And once again, beautiful greens, minty shades. It's just so pretty. The color stories are fantastic. Now, these two are still available, and this is their Earthy Palette, and if you guessed it, it's green. It's green. But gorgeous greens. There's some red earthy tones in here as well, but I wanted this palette for, obviously, the green portion of this palette, which is the largest portion of the palette. If you love greens, once again, probably get your hands on this one. There is lots of greens in this palette to play with. And I believe I got these on sale too, the Earthy and the Midnight one, and they came in a bundle. The Midnight palette is a blue and purple palette, so half of it is purple, which is why I originally wanted the palette. The purples are stunning, and then the blues are beautiful as well. But beautiful purple and blue color story. There is so many stunning shades in this palette. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure that I got these in a bundle deal for like under $40, I believe. And they're 42 colors each. So Beauty Bay is constantly having amazing sales. W7, I have the My Atlantis palette. These are dupes for Huda Beauty, I believe. It's a really pretty color story. I also have the Influence palette from W7. Really pretty color stories. I would say if you found these in the store, I just want to have a side note here, I would recommend picking this one up. Beautiful color story if this is what you're into. The My Atlantis palette. The Influence palette I've tried several times to make this one work, and I've never really been pleased with the looks that I came up with. I love this LA Girl Main Stage Desert Dream palette. This is one of my favorite palettes for summer. I dip into this one quite often. The shades are just stunning. The quality of the shimmers are amazing. Like this, obviously, the green shades, all of the shimmer shades in this palette are top notch. Absolutely stunning. Love them so very much. Another one that will never be decluttered. And then here's the other two ColourPop eyeshadow palettes that I have. They're just in a different bin. The ColourPop Twilight palette. Yeah, big surprise. I don't know, if you've been with my channel for a very long time, huge Twilight fan. Even before the movies came out, huge Twilight fan. So I can't believe I waited so long to, and look at the stunning packaging, to pick these palettes up. And I love, like, ooh, so awesome, this beautiful cool toned palette. This is the other palette that I've been reaching for all the time to do my everyday kind of makeup. I love it. I love this shade and I love this shade so very much, and I would just pair those two with like any color in the palette as well as other shadows outside of this palette. Stunning. And then I also have the ColourPop New Moon, and I'm very excited to see, look, like the details that are in this packaging. What else they do with the Twilight series. Stunning. And this is a really nice warm toned color story. Stunning. So pretty. Next up, I have Profusion, and this is going to conclude this video. I have several Profusion palettes, and this is the last brand and the last bin I have to share. This is probably my most favorite Profusion palette, and it's the Love You So Brunch palette. I just love that color story. I think it's fun and everyday, like, palette all in one. And I love this top two rows here. I've used these so much. I'm going to also use these and pair them with any of the colorful shadows. And I just love this color story. That is probably, like I said, that one along with another one I'm going to share in a minute, my favorite Profusion palette. I have Desert Sage from Profusion. This palette is really beautiful. I love the colorful eyeshadows. I love the green shades. Once again, I cannot get enough green eyeshadow or purples. Really pretty. The main problem I have with this palette is the pans are a little bit oblong and some are really small, and it's hard to get your brush into them. That is all. It does have one glitter in there, but really beautiful color story though. That was a fun collection. I also have a bunch of these tin pan palettes. Now, outside of that Love You So Brunch palette, this is my other favorite Profusion palette, Emeralds. And you can guess why. It's all greens for the most part. This is so stunning. And this is another palette that I would reach for if I was feeling like doing a green look. I absolutely love this color story. I've used it so much. I have their Neons, which is a really pretty palette and makes for a good companion palette while using other colorful eyeshadows too to help them blend. It's got this beautiful shimmery green shade here, the only shimmer in the palette, and it's stunning as well. Meadow. Really fun fall color story. Euphoria. Really nice, cool toned color story. Really pretty. And I have the Pastel palette, which also makes a really beautiful companion palette to blend out those brighter shades for a softer look. But these are stunning. Love this one. Palette that I use quite often to pair with other palettes in my collection. Now I have these larger Profusion palettes. This is one of my newer purchases, and it's the Dreamscape palette. Really pretty, fun, colorful color story. I love, once again, the greens in this palette. However, I do want to put this out there. I was a little disappointed in this palette. Some of the shades were patchy. Some of them didn't build up. And I just wasn't crazy about the look that I ended up creating with this. And because of that, I haven't really touched it much since. But I will play with this one again. I do think this is a beautiful color story for spring. This one's from a long time ago, but it's their Metallics palette. And these metallics are stunning. Super, super duper pigmented. They are amazing. And I have the Festival palette. Another beautiful, bright, colorful color story. This one, also really love this one. Use this one quite a bit, actually. This is another really awesome palette from Profusion, and that I would gravitate towards if I wanted something bright and fun. I have Love Struck. This has a lot of purple shades in it, some pinky shades too. Really beautiful color story. I have Minimalist, which I really like this palette too because of all the everyday kind of shades. If you're looking for a palette that you want to have for like every day, and you can easily turn this into a day and night palette or look, and it has lots of different varieties of highlight shades and a few beautiful glitters, I definitely recommend this one. Starlit. This one also, super pretty color story. These eyeshadow palettes also are super affordable and usually really fantastic quality, especially in these bigger palettes. And of course, those grungy greens, the beautiful pops of purpley and mauve shades in this palette. Very stunning. Mirage. And this has a pretty color story. It's very warm toned. And honestly, I don't reach for this one near as much as some of the other ones. It still has a really pretty color story though. I also really like this one for like spring and summery. It's called Sunkissed. And it's a beautiful, bright color story. Some soft, muted, pastel-y shades as well. It has an entire row of like green kind of themed shades. The yellow is beautiful too. That would be perfect for fall as well. But this palette, I just see spring when I look at this one. And then I also have the Marigold palette. And of course this one's stunningly gorgeous for fall. It has these beautiful berry toned row here. There's a warm row. There's of course an entire row dedicated to greens, yellows, and a more neutrally shades. This one's stunning. I love this one so very much. A lot of these eyeshadow palettes you can get on their website. Then the last and final palette I have to share with you today is the Profusion Mean Girls eyeshadow palette. This is the North Shore High School yearbook. It has 35 shades in there. I love the movie Mean Girls, and this palette has never been used. This is more of just like a decorative piece in my collection. I have most of this Mean Girls collection. It's a very fun, let me show you, very fun little palette. And it's very much a rainbow palette. It's still completely sealed, never been used, never been swatched, never been touched, nothing. I just, like I said, I'm not really interested in using this. I just wanted it purely because I love the movie and I used it for a decoration piece. Yeah. So that's the final palette I have. This video was long. I have lots and lots of eyeshadows. You can clearly see that this is the most populated, oversaturated portion of my makeup collection, but this is everything. I've shared every piece, every detail, every brand, everything in my collection with you now at this point. I hope you enjoyed this series of videos. I enjoyed making them. I thank you so very much for watching, and if you have any other requests or anything like that, please leave them in the comment section below. I thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos like these, and don't forget to check the description box as well as the cards for additional links.